live at Ocky in London. In an hour's time or so, they're going to be kicking off the draw for the Paddy Power PDC World Darts Championship. You'll hear it all unfold on talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2 over Christmas. Darts on the radio, they said it would never work. Well, they were wrong. Dance and the gang do a brilliant job. So if you're not able to watch, then tune in to our excellent coverage of the tournament. We hope our next guest has a good one. He's won it 3 times. It is Michael van Gerwen. Hi, Michael.
Hello, how are you doing, guys?
Good,
yeah, we're
a
good.
living legend.
Yes, indeed, he is.
Very much. Are you in form going to the tournament?
No. I'm not doing too well lately. So
didn't have a good Players' Championship by your standards.
No, another good Grand Slam of darts. Before, I think in October, I played some really good darts. Won 2 Pro Tours, Euro Tour. But after that, a bit too sloppy, not good enough. So I have to change it quickly because the Worlds is on the horizon.
How do you change that?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a mental thing. It's, but Worlds is different.
Okay.
It's different kind of pressure on all the players and prepare a little bit more, practice a little bit more. My scoring power has not been great in the last month, so I really have to work on that.
Is there an element sometimes, like a bit of time off helps, a bit of time away from it?
Yes, and now with the 2 weeks, I have some. I got some shows in Germany where you can practice and play against great players as well. You get confident, and from there on, I think there's still a long way to go to the World Championship. Of course, it starts the 15th, but you might play the 18th, 19th, 20th. Do you know what I mean? So you still got 3 weeks from now, and in 3 weeks, a lot can change.
Sure. How many hours a day do you tend to practice, Michael?
Depends, but minimum 2 hours, 2.5 hours a day. Wow. You need to. Yeah, but not all day. Sometimes I also have a family at home, but when you train, you have to train intensely on the right targets. You know what I mean? There's no point just throwing to the dartboard. You need to set yourself certain targets to make sure you're going to be a better player.
Do you have a coach? Do you ever have anybody kind of look at the way you're throwing?
Coach is a big word, but I speak a lot with Vincent van der Voort. He's a very good friend of me. He's knowledge about. He's been on the tour for a long time, and we speak a lot.
Yeah, very interesting.
It's a bit different, isn't it? Because I think when you look at it, you think, right, lads just go up, throw darts.
Yeah, but
obviously it's much better than that. But then just to see the tweaks that you have to change, I think he's somewhat for the average person who doesn't understand that.
No, small pieces can be a massive impact on darts. Do you know what I mean? And for us, that's really important, and especially around the World Championship. You want to work on it. You want to turn up as good as possible. Yeah. They never made. You don't want to blame yourself for not doing something.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You have to do everything to perform as good as possible.
So I was going to say quarterfinals for you last year, wasn't it, Michael?
Disaster. Disaster. How can I lose that? After that, he didn't win the game anymore.
Yeah. He lost to Luke Humphries next, didn't he? I think.
Yeah. Last year, I was in good shape. I played really well up till that game. Out of the blue, I didn't perform well, but that happened to me too often in the last 2 years. That I played some couple of good games and then a big drop. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes you can't always find the answer, but at least you need to try to find one. That makes it a lot easier for yourself.
You've inspired a lot of people in Holland, and you've won the championship 3 times. And of course, we have Barney. So, is it big in Holland? The actual
live?
Of
course.
I'd imagine it would be.
Everything is live on television, so that's good.
Sure.
The 2 boys in the juniors last night in the final, both Dutch.
They're both Dutch, and of course, Gerwen van Veen, he's been on the tour now for a little while. He had some good results over the last 2 years. But he should have lost 5 match darts.
No, I saw that. Yeah, the lad was in tears, wasn't he? The lad he beat with, wow.
But then you can see how much it means for him. He practiced and he worked really hard. He has to play a qualifier today. Yeah. He could have been on the flight home and be qualified for the World Championship and watch the draw, relax at home. But now he has to play qualifier. What is that going to do to that young guy?
It also shows the mentality that you need to bounce back. Because again, today he's got a chance to go and earn a new way for his living.
100%, you have to do it, and you have to keep battling your own battles, and that's all the time. But not only once. We have to do it 150 days a year. Do you know what I mean? So
I hope you don't mind me asking. We had 2 lads on who obviously are trying to establish themselves as the best in the world, and now the new faces of darts. How much does that motivate you to puff your chest out a little bit and say, I'm still the man?
Listen, I've been doing this for 15 years. They've been doing it for 1.5 year.
Yeah.
Luke Littler, not even a year. So they have still a long run to go. So we're going to talk in 5 years' time. Do you know what I mean?
Brilliant.
No,
Yeah,
No,
brilliant.
but they're doing really well at the moment, and they've been their credit for the sport of darts and how more competitive it is, how better it is.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to the battles. Even I didn't perform well in the last 12 months. I still played, I think, Littler 12 times. I still beat him 6 times. He beat me 6 times. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
But I
there's
just
a lot.
mean, as you get older as athletes, you need a new reason, don't you, to get up and do it.
You always, it starts where you need to have joy in what you do.
Yes.
And after that, you need to have dedication, and from there on, and of course, talent. Because without talent, I can practice football 24 hours a day and never going to be a great footballer. But you need the total package has to be right. And always set yourself a target. Sometimes they ask me, what's your target? I love what I do, so that's my target. You know what I mean? I like it. I like to perform on stage and make myself and everyone in the crowd and people at home happy.
Yeah.
That's my target.
Brilliant.
Have you been surprised at what the year that Luke Littler's had? When we spoke to you this time last year, he just won the junior tournament and he was going into the Worlds.
Yeah, but he was always a massive talent.
Yeah.
So, of course, what he did since is incredible. Good, but not only that, what do you think Luke Humphrey's been doing in the last 18 months?
Yeah.
It's great as well. But I think that's good. More phases, more great battles. People talk about it, then the sport gets bigger.
Yeah.
And we have more to talk about.
I've been in the crowd a few times when this man has entertained.
Yeah.
And I will say he's one of the best entertainers I've seen, from not just from darts, from
But
a
I don't
performance
have to
point of
think,
view.
just be yourself. That's enough.
But I'm saying you give us in the crowd great moments, and even to buy a few drinks. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
You feed off the atmosphere at Ali Pali, but there was last night. There was I think the referee had to step in and tell some of the punters in the crowd to stop whistling. There's been a few incidents.
In what game was that? I didn't watch.
I think it was in the final. There was a bit of whistling going on when Luke Humphreys went up to throw because they were all quite Littler heavy yesterday.
You don't want that.
Yeah. It's a bit of a little hype at the moment. Every question they ask me about Luke. So which Luke? Humphreys or Luke Woodhouse or Luke?
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of respect as well, right? That people in the audience have to understand.
Yeah.
These guys are still professional, still trying to do their job. We're all out having a good time, but
if you look purely to Luke Humphreys, his results in the last 18 months been incredible. His record's been absolutely phenomenal, but no one talks. Yeah, of course, people talk about it not as much as they should do.
Yes.
Because there's another massive project on the darts who does well as well, and people talk about that because he's young. He's only 17 years old, so yeah, we're gonna see.
Yeah. It's new and exciting, though, isn't it, as well?
100%. It's exciting.
Football-wise, is that right? You're a PSV fan?
Yeah.
They're top of the league,
yes.
I think.
Yes.
And
It's nice to
Champions
talk
League.
about PSV now.
Yeah.
I had some worse moments, but now it's quite okay to talk about it.
And Ajax been having tough times, so you've probably been enjoying that, haven't you?
Yeah, 100% we're enjoying it at the moment. Because when they top of the table was always good. They won it last year, and I don't see any problems this year either.
Yeah.
We were talking about Ruud van Nistelrooy earlier on, weren't we? He's been linked to the Leicester job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because with the new coach in Manchester, he can never do it right with the fans now, is it?
Yes.
Every time he makes a mistake now, they're going to ask for Ruud.
Yeah.
He's a legend.
He'll do all
We
right.
got
But Ruud is also personal. I know him. He's a really, really nice. How he is in front of us, a gentleman. He's also like that in personal life. So,
That's a good sign.
For people that don't know, what can we expect from PSV for this year? Win the league? What about in Europe?
For us, I think it's the most important thing. Of course, we're going to win the league, but we need to make sure we're going to, in the Champions League, to the first 24 countries to make sure we go to the next round. I think, of course, we should have beat Sporting Lisbon, but we made a mistake there, 2-0 up, and then we drew. But that's the way how sport is sometimes. Sometimes it's not fair, especially when, let's say, you're in darts, when you're a better player, or in football you're the better team, but they don't always win. Do you know what I mean?
Do you, I suppose, that Luke Littler was saying earlier on, he got to meet Sir Alex and he's met some legends through darts. I mean, there must be a few. You mentioned Ruud van Nistelrooy, knowing him. Have you met some of the legends of the club through your association with darts at PSV? You met some of the greats?
Yeah, of course. I met loads of people over the years. Iron Robben, Mark from Robin van Persie, come and watch us.
What about Ronaldo? Because Ronaldo was there with Bobby
original,
Robson years
the
ago,
original
Brazilian
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
The only Ronaldo.
Oh, and Romario, Don't forget that.
Oh, yeah. Romario, yeah.
I'm a bit tired. And then, I don't have to practice. In the weekend, he scored 3 times.
I used to love watching Romario. An old story, watching him play for Barcelona. Somebody played a ball into space, and the look of disgust he gave, it was like, if it's not coming to my feet, I'm not going to run after it.
No, exactly.
I didn't have that luxury. I just had to run.
Yeah. Well, the bookies, you're still well up with the bookies as I look at the odds here, Michael. Although they've got you as 4th favourite at the moment.
Who's 3rd?
Well, they've got Gary Anderson.
Okay.
So 12 to 1.
I must say, this is my first time ever meeting this man in person. He's a man after my own heart. He's straight out.
So you're on good form.
Yeah, I understand, because Littler and Deluxe, they both did well. I understand. I don't really get the 3rd one. They might hate that money.
And then there's quite a big drop-off after you to Mike De Decker, the Belgian. He's down at 25 to 1. And
Is he 5th?
He's 5th, yeah.
I don't get that one either.
Michael Smith, 6th.
Michael Smith, 6th. Same as De Decker. Same odds.
I know where my money's going after this.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You're going to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm sticking 100 on the big fella.
Are you
I'm not allowed to say anything, but it's a big prize. It's never going to be bigger than that.
Michael, we wish you well. Lovely to see you again.
Cheers, guys.
Hope you have a good World. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Enjoy, guys.
There we are. Michael van Gerwen there.
Paul Hawksbee and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.